Hello. Today, we will be presenting our chosen chemical product, the Tesla Model S battery. The Tesla Model S vehicle uses a lithium-ion battery, which acts as both a specialty chemical and a device involving chemical reactions. It was released in 2012 by Tesla Incorporated. It was developed in response to the demand for environmentally friendly vehicles that could potentially compete with gas-powered vehicles. Now, let's look at some comparative benchmarks in the Tesla Model S development process. In 2010, the Nissan Leaf was released, having a maximum range of 172 kilometers with a 30 kilowatt-hour battery. Gasoline-powered cars have an average range of about 400 to 600 kilometers with 10 gallons of gas. So how does the Model S stack up? It has a maximum range of 539 kilometers with a 100 kilowatt-hour battery. Now, let's look at some of its significant properties. The Tesla Model S battery comes in varying capacities. Tesla has developed versions of the battery ranging from 60 kilowatt-hours to 100 kilowatt-hours, and they are constantly improving the capacity. An important feature of the battery is the skateboard design, in which the battery lies like a skateboard on the bottom of the car. This allows for greater interior space, as the front of the car, where the engine normally is, can be used as a trunk. The battery lying on the bottom of the car also provides a lower center of gravity, which is better dynamically. Another significant property of the Tesla Model S battery is the use of liquid glycol as a coolant, which will be elaborated on later. This allows for better heat dissipation and thermal regulation than many of its competitors, such as the Nissan Leaf, which uses an air cooling system. Now, let's look at the battery structure. The battery comes as a set of individual battery packs called modules. There are 16 modules total, each 24 volts, and they are wired in series in the skateboard design. Looking at an individual module, each one contains 444 battery cells. The cells are split up into 6 groups of 74 cells. The 6 groups are wired together in series, and the 74 cells are wired in parallel within each group. The cells that are used in each module are, for the most part, typical Panasonic 18650 lithium-ion battery cells. Each one is set up as a basic chemical battery. Looking at the battery of the cell, it uses a nickel-cobalt-aluminum alloy for the cathode, graphite for the anode, and lithium ions for the electrolyte. However, Tesla has recently developed newer versions of the battery cell in which silicon has been integrated into the graphite electrode. This allows for improved cell chemistry, given that silicon is able to hold more lithium ions than graphite. Some of the key properties of the Model S battery include its heat dissipation and low manufacturing costs, which are linked to their structural features and are all systematically engineered. Its heat dissipation properties serve to lower its cost through 2 ways. Firstly, liquid glycol helps to cool the cells down when they are operating, allowing them to work at an optimal temperatures and increase power output. Secondly, cooling loops are short and thin, which means a faster heat loss. In total, the battery is cooled down rapidly when operating, which means that the battery operates at prime thermal conditions and the cells have a longer life. Its low manufacturing cost is linked to the choice of cells as well as the shape of the whole battery. The 18650 cells are first found in laptops, which means they are already cost competitive. Now, they are exploring new 2170 cells for higher energy density and lower cost. Furthermore, Tesla removed the fire safety mechanism from the cell level to the module level by taking out fire safety mechanisms in cells and installing intumescent coating that will slow heat transfer when a heat source is detected. This helps save money, space, and increase power output. Secondly, the skateboard design allows for ease of production because all the modules are the same and thus there is no need to produce different modules. Similarly, the skateboard design allows for maximum interior space, which means a lot of cells can be packed into a car compared to competitors and thus a higher power output. In order to push the limit of how much energy the battery can store, we have to increase the energy capacity of each individual cell. This is because, according to calculations done by Fortune magazine, the battery is near its maximum theoretical energy limit given that it uses 18650 cells.